ex spread horrible lies about me, so I made sure both his new girlfriends met at his birthday party. My ex Rob told half our town that I cheated on him with his best friend, which was a complete lie. Within 2 weeks, I went from having a normal social life to getting dirty looks at the grocery store and losing 3 friends who believed his lies without even asking me. I spent a month basically hiding in my apartment because I couldn't handle the whispers and stares everywhere I went. My mom finally forced me to go out to dinner with her because she was tired of watching me mope around all day. We went to this Italian place downtown, and I saw Rob at a table across the room being extremely coupley with this blonde girl, holding her hand and feeding her bites of his pasta like they were in some romance movie. I felt sick watching it, but I had to come to terms with the fact that he had moved on. 3 days later, I got a text from a friend of mine saying, "Oh my god, I'm at the mall and Rob is here with another girl." I started to respond and tell her that I knew when she sent a photo. There was Rob kissing a girl in the food court, but it wasn't the blonde from the restaurant. This was a completely different girl with dark hair. I went straight to Rob's Instagram and started scrolling through his followers until I found both girls. The blonde from the restaurant was Christina, and the brunette from the mall was Mandy. Christina had posted an anniversary post 2 weeks ago celebrating 10 months with Rob, which meant he had been with her our entire relationship and even 2 months before we started dating. Mandy's profile showed posts going back 7 months of them together at restaurants and concerts, which meant Rob had been dating her for 4 months while we were still together. He was actively dating both of them right now, and based on their posts, neither of them had any idea the other existed. I scrolled back through Rob's page and saw that he had posted about his birthday party happening next week at a bar downtown. I created a fake Instagram account pretending to be his cousin from out of state and messaged both Christina and Mandy separately inviting them to come celebrate. They both responded within hours saying they would be there. The night of the party, I got to the bar at 6:45 and grabbed a table in the back corner where I could see the entire room. At 7 on the dot, Christina walked in wearing a tight black dress and carrying a gift bag covered in sparkly tissue paper. She looked around for familiar faces and then sat at the bar ordering a drink. A few minutes later, Mandy showed up in jeans and a cute top holding a birthday card. She pulled up a bar stool a few seats down from Christina and started looking around for Rob. Neither of them had any idea the other existed, and I had to bite my lip to keep from laughing. Rob walked in 5 minutes later, and I watched his face go from happy to confused to absolutely panicked in about 5 seconds. His eyes darted between Christina and Mandy sitting 3 feet from each other at the bar. He started to back out the door when Christina saw him and waved excitedly. He gave her this weak little wave back and started walking toward her. That's when Mandy looked up and saw him. She jumped off her bar stool and rushed over calling his name. Rob looked like he was going to pass out right there in the middle of the bar. I got up from my table and walked straight toward all 3 of them. "Rob," I said loudly enough that people turned to look. "I'm so glad everyone could make it." I gestured between the 2 girls who were now standing on either side of him looking confused. "Have you 2 met? This is Rob's girlfriend Christina, and this is Rob's other girlfriend Mandy." Rob opened his mouth but nothing came out. Christina turned to Mandy with her eyes narrowed. "How long have you been seeing him?" Mandy stepped closer to her. 7 months? And who even are you?" Christina laughed, but it sounded mean. "I've been with him for 10 months, so clearly you're the side piece here." Mandy's face went red. "Are you serious right now? You're the one who's probably lying." I smiled and crossed my arms. "Oh, and I was the 3rd girlfriend until Rob dumped me 3 months ago and told everyone I cheated on him." Both girls stopped and turned to look at me, then back at Rob. Christina picked up her drink from the bar and threw it directly in his face. Mandy grabbed a glass of water from the nearest table and did the same thing. Rob just stood there soaking wet in the middle of the bar while everyone stared and whispered. Christina and Mandy both walked out together, and I could hear them comparing stories as they left. I looked back at Rob with a smile on my face. I leaned in so only he could hear me. "Happy birthday, Rob."